It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, the legendary Magic Johnson revealing couch talk with the NBA superstar turned millionaire mogul. Plus, the Jersey Shore guys, Mike, Polly, Vinny, and Ronnie. And are Kim and Kanye shagging up? Wendy's got the latest. Now, here's Wendy.
Fabulous! Breaking news about Lindsay Lohan and her mother Dina, and 911 being called to the house. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. All right, breaking news. My co-host, you don't even know about this story because you were busy parking cars and getting off the subway and trying to get here to the studio, but this just happened. TMZ is exclusively reporting that Lindsay Lohan and her mom, Dina, had a big blow-up fight last night. And the fight was so bad that the police were called out to Long Island. They partied at a New York City nightclub until 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, mommy, why don't we ever party like that? and the blow-up started in the car ride back to Dina's Long Island home, and reportedly it became physical. Lindsay was cut on her leg, and whoever called 911 said that Lindsay was being held against her own will. No arrests were made. I have no more on this story, but you know we'll be following it. I have no idea what mom is partying with her daughter until 4 o'clock in the morning, number one. Even the coolest moms. I mean, unless it happens to be like the night of your bachelorette party or you just got a big raise at work or something like that. I mean, on a random Tuesday night, and it was raining last night, and cold. It was the perfect night to stay in and watch Dancing with the Stars and eat something good. And there they are partying. There was a double elimination on Dancing with the Stars last night. Did you guys check it out? Yes. Okay, so it was Drew Lachey, and he was the season 2 winner, but he was eliminated last night along with season 5 winner, Helio Castroneves. You might say, well, who is that? Because I had to be reminded he's a race car driver, but now he's no more a dancer. Both of them were very good, apparently, but the competition this season is very fierce with this all-star cast. And Bristol Palin, you survived another week, despite having the lowest score 2 weeks in a row. That's okay, they're gonna get you next week. Yesterday, we were talking about Bristol's mother looking really good, Sarah Palin. There she is reading one of the tabloids in the grocery store with flat hips and the flash dance look. Well, now I know why she is looking so good and apparently going out of her way to look this good for us, because Sarah Palin is writing a fitness book with her family, and the book is supposed to focus on being healthy and eating well, like comfort foods and stuff, while still, you know, maintaining your physical beauty. And she wants us to get turned on to foods like her moose chili. Well, I've never had moose meat. But somebody on the staff had it, and they told me it's sweet and juicy, juicier and sweeter than like a steak. Last night I got dinner ready. I made because it's like cold out and it's rainy. I put some. Do you use your slow cooker and cook the beans all day? And then when you get home, they're thick, but not too thick. Then you put them over brown rice. So I did that last night with split peas. I soaked them so that they blew up, and then like right before I went to sleep at 11 o'clock at night, I put them in the slow cooker. And when I woke up this morning, they were almost there. So yeah, I love winter for that. Anyway, all right, so moving on. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are taking their, my mouth is watering just thinking about dinner, are taking their relationship to another level. They went house hunting in Miami this week. Yes, that is them actually house hunting. So all that weight that people thought that she gained, it looks like she lost it already. You know, she's very public about her romance with Kanye. She lets everybody know that he's hers and that she's very serious about it. And according to the people at RadarOnline.com, though, they say that Kim is secretly devastated about the news that Reggie Bush's ex, or her ex, Reggie Bush's new girlfriend, Lilith, who's 25, is expecting a baby. But that's a given. That's the first thing I thought when I heard that his girlfriend, this has been his girlfriend for under a year. She's Kardashian-like in her, you know, dark hair and olivey skin and, you know, wider hips and smaller waist. But that's the first thing I thought of is, oh, Reggie's girl is pregnant. Kim is jealous. You know, but, you know, to me, when you break up with somebody, at least for the first 2 or 3 years after the breakup, is it just me being immature, or isn't it all about the competition with your ex? Who succeeds and grabs whatever brass ring you've set up for yourself first? Who gets married first? Who has kids first? Who gets out of college first? Who gets into the best graduate school? Who gets into law school? Who looks heavier after, you know, after the breakup? Whose new boyfriend or girlfriend is hotter? It's all about competition with exes. So Kim, so far, you're winning because you found love with Kanye, although you've been with him for under a year, like Reggie's been with her for under a year. And Reggie's having a baby, which trumps a mini mansion in Miami any day. He might be winning. Although, can I say who we placed the phone call to? Yeah. No, okay. We placed the phone call to Reggie's mother. Do you remember Mrs. Bush came on our show? She's a Wendy watcher. She's also a working woman, so we placed not 1, but 3 phone calls. Don't you hate that? Do you even check your messages at home or on your cell phone? Oh, I hate when people leave me messages. How many messages do we leave her? 3. Damn us. I'm sorry, Mrs. Bush. We left her 3 messages wanting to know how she feels about, you know, becoming a grandmother in a matter of months, and she hasn't called us back yet, and I suspect after we've left her 3 messages, she won't. But Mrs. Bush, we're thinking about you, girl, and congratulations. So, do you remember on the first season of the US X Factor, there was a judge along with Simon by the name of Cheryl Cole, the singer? Yeah. Okay, that's her. And remember this outfit? I mean, you know, I love like big hair, and then the color blocking is still very, very fashionable. I thought this was a great outfit. Anyway, 3 weeks into the season where she was hired, she was fired by Simon Cowell. And she was replaced by Nicole Scherzinger. And the reason that was given to Cheryl as to why she was fired, they said that her accent was too thick for us to understand, which it was a thick accent. So I just went with that story. I didn't think anything more about it. Because she's pretty enough, right? Her hair's big enough. Well, allegedly also one of the things that they cited is that she was feuding with Paula Abdul. But Cheryl, it's so easy to pit girls against each other and we all fall for it like dummies. Cheryl says she wasn't fighting with Paula Abdul either. Cheryl is now revealing what really happened in a new autobiography called Cheryl, My Story. I love it because she got right to the point with that title, right? My Story. So the night Cheryl was fired, she sent Simon a text, which I love this. She didn't send it on Twitter. She sent a text right to him. And she says, F you. Hold on, look. F you, F the orange and purple outfit, F the big hair, F X Factor, F you all. I understand that you're a businessman. I learned from you that business means more than our friendship. Signed, Cheryl. Well, I mean, you know, Cheryl, I wasn't really familiar with Cheryl before she got on X Factor. I was just attracted to who's the lady with the big hair and the deep dimples and the color blocking. I want to get to know her better. And, but across the pond, shout out to everybody watching us in London. How you doing? I know, she is their queen to be. She was a big pop star over there, and you know, this book, which many people in the audience, do you care about the new Cheryl Cole book? Nobody cares. Okay, but that doesn't matter because she's not as known here. She's known over there. So if somebody over there, Wendy Watcher, can please pick up this book, read it, and send me the cliff notes so we can continue with the life and times of Cheryl Cole. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So, I'm really happy for Jennifer Aniston. I mean, you know, the woman has been through so much, and it's even worse because she's been through so much publicly. And then sometimes we tended to, you know, to talk about her because it seemed like, you know, she was needy and whiny and couldn't keep a boyfriend. And why didn't she just leave this whole thing with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie alone? So I'm happy that at the end of the rainbow, there's a big, juicy engagement ring that she has. She has debuted it to the world. It's a radiant cut solitaire diamond. It's 8 carats and costs $500,000. That ring is really good. Although she's a really little lady, so remember, the scale of your jewelry depends on the scale of your body. So, you know, she's a really little lady, so that could be an average size ring or that could be a giant ring. Either way, it's a gorgeous ring, and she earned it. It's flashier to me than Jennifer's usual casual style. Isn't she like easy breezy? Don't you picture her getting a tattoo ring or just a band or something simple and understated? You know what I'm saying. She's easy breezy California girl. Well, if you're wondering about the finances of her fiance Justin Theroux and how he was able to pick up such a big juicy $500,000 rock, he can do it. He's worth an estimated $10 million. And he's a successful writer and also actor. You know, he wrote the movie screenplays for 2 big ones, Iron Man 2 and Tropic Thunder. He's paid, exactly. So he's worth $10 million. Jennifer's worth an estimated $120 million. It doesn't matter. After a certain amount of millions, it seems all the same. I just wish you both a lot of luck. And if you want to have a baby, get pregnant soon and stay married longer than Brad, who still technically is not even married to that woman yet. So, tonight, I'm really excited because I've been waiting for the premiere of Nashville. It's critically acclaimed as one of the best new shows of the season. It's starring Connie Britton and a woman that I have been in love with since forever, Hayden Panettiere. Now, do you remember when our show first got started in our Hot Topics? Let's get started, it's time for Hot Topics. Hayden was in the graphics because she was one of my favorites. Back then, she was on the show Heroes, and then No More Heroes, and then she fell under the radar, but I've been waiting for her to get something, you know, just because I like her. You know, she's young and fun and, you know, the whole bit. Anyway, in the show Nashville, Connie and Hayden play country star rivals. Connie plays the aging diva. Think Shania Twain or Faith Hill. And, come on, you guys. You have to talk by giving examples. And Hayden plays the hot young superstar. Think Taylor Swift or Carrie Underwood. The show is soapy and juicy and everything that I think we're gonna love. And we've got a sneak peek clip. It's our hot clip of the day. Roll it.
I'm gonna meet Juliet Barnes. She's a big fan of yours.
Mr. White, it is such an honor for me to get a chance to sing for you tonight.
You wouldn't say that if you knew me better. Have you met Raina?
I know you. You're burning it up out there, girl.
Oh, thank you. My mama was one of your biggest fans. She said she'd listen to you while I was still in her belly.
Well, bless your little heart. That is a charming story. You probably got to go on soon. I'm sure you're going to want to make sure you got those girls tucked in there real good.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we gotta run. Great meeting you. Thanks, Bucky. Take care. Great show. Great show. Thanks.
What the hell was that?
I'll tell you what it was. It's the makings of a good show. Nashville airs tonight at 10 on ABC. Let's watch together and keep the claps going because we've got a terrific show for you. The guys from the Jersey Shore are here. Mike, Paulie, Vinny, and Ronnie. But up next, the one and only Magic Johnson. Don't miss it. guest is not only in the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest basketball players ever to play the game, he's also done more than anyone else in the world to raise awareness and not to mention millions of dollars in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Please welcome basketball legend Magic Johnson. A big tall man.
And I love a big tall woman.
Thank
see?
you. You know, in the world of being tall, in the world of height, there's tall and slender, and then there's a big tall man.
Yes.
And so thank you for coming and gracing our couch. And we met a few weeks ago for the first time. We were both in LA. As I was telling you, we were in LA for an HIV/AIDS event. Which was wonderful. I love some of the things that you said, and you really moved the crowd. And you jumped off the audience and got in the crowd. By the way, they said you don't do that a lot, so you must have been really comfortable there.
Well, I was really comfortable. And first of all, you were there hosting and I think educating everybody as well. And yes, I like to get into the crowd to make sure they get my point and that they know I'm passionate about HIV and AIDS and passionate about my message. And I love being the face of the disease. And I think that when you talk about 21 years I've been battling this and also trying to raise awareness, educate people, and then at the same time stop discrimination against people who have the disease as well.
Now, Magic, everybody, as you know, won 5 NBA champions, 3 MVPs, and an Olympic gold medal. And you know, at the completion of your stellar basketball career, you know, the stats do show, and we've talked about this many times on Hot Topics, you know, 85% of pro ballers, whether football or basketball, are broke within, I think they said 2 years of retirement. Instead of being broke, you managed to amass, his business dealings are worth about $700 million. No exaggeration. That's terrific. How did you make the transition from basketball player to businessman?
Well, first of all, when I had to reinvent myself, then also say to myself, I don't know business, so let me sit down with 20 or so people, let them mentor me, take me through the process of what made them successful. And so once I did that, I said, okay, now I'm ready to try to go out and conquer this business world. And it took off. And where I wanted to go, where I wanted to start was urban America. And so I started with the Magic Johnson Theaters.
There's one here in New York, up in Harlem. I was there at that opening. And by the way, the Magic Johnson TGI Fridays is one of the first things that you see when you land in LA at the airport. But your TGI Fridays is the only one that I've ever seen that says the name of the owner of that franchise.
Yes, I made sure that my name was out front.
Okay, and now you just purchased the LA Dodgers. And I know. And, the rights to Soul Train.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, now look. What are we gonna do with Soul Train? Because, you know, we talked about this on Hot Topics, but now the man is here, we can find out. Is this going to be a Broadway play? Is it?
We're working on it. We're working on it as a musical, of course.
Yeah.
And then also talking about a movie of Don Cornelius doing a movie of his life because, of course, he did a wonderful job of introducing us all to Soul Train.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, can we bring it back to TV? Because most of us or our parents learned how to dance from watching Soul Train. And so we may bring it back as well. So it's a great brand, and I love owning it and Vibe and also Uptown Magazine as well.
Yeah.
So
all right, so it was 21 years ago when Magic announced that he was HIV positive. And I recall the announcement, I recall the state of where people's minds were at that particular time. We've come a long way in 21 years. But I can't recall for the life of me in your story how you found out you were HIV positive. Can you take us back to that day?
Okay. I was in Utah getting ready to play an exhibition game against the Jazz. I got a call from my doctor saying I got to come home right away. I said, can I play the game first? He said, no, come home right away. Went home, got into his office, and Wendy, it was life-changing because he began to tell me that I had HIV. They said they ran the test over and over again. It came back the same. Then he said, let's take a test again. Ran the test, found out again I had HIV.
Okay. Who went to the doctor's appointment with you? Did you call your wife Cookie at that time? Who?
No, not at that time. I went by myself. Originally, I took a physical for the Lakers. And so that's how they found out.
Oh.
And then the worst thing and the most difficult thing in this whole process was driving home to tell her I had HIV.
Were you in the car by yourself?
Yeah, I was in the car by myself.
Cell phones were not a big deal at that point.
No.
Only the rich had them.
No,
So
exactly.
you had a cell phone at that time?
No, the phones were this big back then.
Okay, so you're in the car, the radio's off, you're lost in your thoughts, you get home. Was your wife already home?
She was already there, opened the door, already knew that something was wrong.
Oh my
'Cause,
God.
you know, your partner, your wife, your husband, they know.
Were the kids home?
The kids were at that time. Andre was living in Michigan.
Okay.
And then she was pregnant with our son EJ.
Oh God.
So.
And she had recently found out she was pregnant.
Exactly, exactly. And so when we sat down, and I began to tell her, you know, I had HIV, she was devastated. She started to cry. And her first question, what does that mean for her and the baby?
Right.
Which I couldn't answer at that time.
And so 10 days later, your handlers and you made the decision to go out and talk to us. Was it more your handlers or was it also your decision? Did you want to tell us?
No, one thing about me, I don't let my handlers handle me.
Okay. Okay. So now, everybody, yesterday, the first at-home HIV test has come out.
Yep. Orshore has done a wonderful job.
Yes. How important is at-home testing for people?
It's going to change the
For people to
disease.
have available right there
Yes.
at the drugstore.
It's going to change testing. It's going to help people because a lot of people have a fear of going to the doctor. We've gotten a lot of people tested, but then there's a lot of people, millions and millions of people who are living with the disease and don't know it. And then a lot of people who don't want to go to the doctor. So now you can do it right in your own home. You can do it in your office,
And you find out the results.
And you find out the results in 20 minutes.
Oh.
And so you can go get this. It's in stores now. And the great thing about it, doctors are already using this already. So I would urge everybody to go get this. It's in CVS, Walgreens, all over the country right now. And this is important because now you will know your status. And once you know your status, if you do have HIV, then go get your doctor, a healthcare provider, so that you can live like I have been living for 21 years.
Okay.
Because that's very important,
It is
early
very
detection.
important. But can I ask you something before we go to the break? People think magic, and I know I was one of those people in the very beginning. How does magic look so good? Why is magic, you know, so robust and, you know, still, you know, it seemed in charge of his life? This disease has not overcome him. He must be taking some magic drugs that cost $1 million and none of the rest of us have access to. You know, you thought the same thing, magic.
Yes.
Are you taking something that is not available to everyone else?
No, the same over 30 drugs that are available to everybody else, the same that are available to me. I'm taking 3 of those 30, the cocktail.
The cocktail.
And,
how many pills a day is that for you?
That's 4.
4 pills a day.
Yeah, 4
now,
pills.
21 years ago, how many pills a day?
15 a
Oh,
day.
God.
Yeah, we only had 1 drug.
Yes.
And that was ACT. And now the drugs have gotten so much better.
Yes.
And also easier to take.
Do you get sick? Do you
No,
vomit?
No, I used to in the beginning. Yes, it was hard for my body to adjust. And once I got past that, but what I did here, mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
You had to keep on taking them to fight that.
And one more thing before we go to the break, because I know you have EJ and you have a daughter.
Elisa.
Elisa.
And Andre.
Are all of your kids, look, they're all old enough to understand who Daddy is, what his legacy is, and that he's got $700 million to manage. Do they work with you? No, do they work with you in the camp? Are your kids helpful to your business?
Well, first they work with me to spend it.
Of course.
And then my son Andre works with me in my company. My son EJ goes to school at in New York, NYU. and my baby, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And my baby runs the house and daddy.
Let's take a commercial break, and I'm gonna come back with that one more thing. We'll be right back. Magic and I are gonna hoop it up, and I got that other question. Keep it here. Damn, I forgot. Good for you. Look, so right before I left radio, I was working at this radio station here in New York, WBLS, and it turns out Magic bought the station. So now you own that. High five. All right now.
Yes, it was a great move for us. I own about almost 30 radio stations across the country.
Good for you.
So it's really good. Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, the short shorts and basketball.
The hot pants.
Okay. Do you miss playing the game? I mean, I know you're an older guy now, but do you miss the game?
No. I'm still involved. I do the games on ESPN and ABC, and I also, go to every Laker game, or if I'm in New York, I go to the Knicks or now the Nets games. And so I keep myself involved, but I love business.
Yes.
I love what I do today. I love improving urban America, putting people of color to work, all of that. I love what I do.
Now, when you made the big announcement 21 years ago that you were HIV positive, a few of the players, including, I remember most notably, Karl Malone, spoke out and was like, basically like, ill, I don't want to play with him, which is weird because you were in Utah to do that pickup game with the Jazz.
That's right.
Have you seen him since then?
Yes, and then you remember we played in the Olympics before he said that. So, but I understood this. Look, I had a job to do, which is to educate not only the world, but the NBA as well. And so I set out to say, I got upset in the beginning, but I said, let me go out and educate them. I did that. We became friends. We're friends today.
Okay.
And I'm glad he did that because it made me realize there's still a lot of work to do. And I just made sure that I educated him.
And that he might not have been the only one in the NBA thinking that.
And David Stern, the commissioner, did a wonderful job of also putting in programs to educate the players as well. So it was good.
Now, the church, specifically the black church, is accepting of very little in terms of modern times.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like, and I grew up in the black church.
Right.
I'm a Baptist.
Right.
But accepting something like helping our alcoholics, helping our drug addicts, being accepting of gay people, being accepted of HIV, there's a problem. But you've managed to break some of those barriers. How has it been for you?
Well, Wendy, in the beginning, the first, I would say 15 years or so, 12 years, it was difficult. For the last 8 or 7, it's been wonderful.
Yeah.
The black church have gotten on board
Good.
A little bit more and have put in HIV ministries in their churches, using their vans to help care for people or take people to get their meds or their doctor's appointments. So the black church is doing more.
Good.
Are they where we want them to be? Not quite yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. So that was important because a lot of their members are living with HIV, and so they had to accept that. And so they're getting better and better.
And one more thing before Magic goes. You've said that you looking so well and being so well is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Well, it's a blessing because if you go out and get tested, and with early detection, you can live for a long time, especially with all the drugs we have available today. The curse is everybody thinks that, okay, because Magic is doing so well, oh, I can go back to the same lifestyle, I can do anything, and I can, if I get HIV, I can be like Magic. Well, you have to remember one thing, and that's this. The virus acts different in all of us because we have different bodies. So just because I'm doing well don't mean you're gonna do well. So we still want safe sex. We want people to get educated and do all the things that they have to do to protect themselves and their partner at the same time.
I've enjoyed our conversation.
You know what? When I saw you, when we just saw each other, I was so excited to see you and talk to you because you have been a blessing for all of America. Your show is one of the best shows because you educate, you're not afraid to take on the topics, and you challenge people, and you're smart, you're witty, and your brand has just taken off, and this crowd is the best audience in all of TV.
Magic Johnson, everybody. Oh,
thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you, Magic, for being here.
Thank you.
You guys, the new HIV or a quick test is in stores now. We'll be right back.
You know
that was
it.
such a great conversation. Hello, welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Well, thank you.
My name is Jennifer. My best friend married one of my ex-boyfriends from high school.
Did you say it was okay?
We are still friends. We never really spoke about it.
Okay.
But I don't have feelings for him anymore. We're friends.
How many years out of high school?
I'm out 7 years now.
Okay, 7 years.
Yeah, it's a while. But she had told me in the past that she felt that he still had feelings for me.
Uh-oh.
So it's been very awkward for us, and I feel like our friendship hasn't been the same. What do I do? Do I bring it up and try to mend the friendship, or do I keep my distance?
It's awkward, and eventually you might lose the friendship. But for right now, just take your friendship in a different place, like outside of their house. Meet her at the restaurant. Invite her over to your house for wine or whatever. Go to her house only when he's not around. I mean, try to avoid. Eventually, it might all fall by the wayside, and it might all be over. But for right now, it's possible, since you haven't talked about it. I wish you well, Jen.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back, everybody, with the guys from the Jersey Shore. Keep it here. Welcome back. 3 years ago, our next guests were complete strangers to us and each other. But 5 seasons later, they've become pop culture phenomenons, making Jersey Shore must-see TV. Take a look.
I don't have a girlfriend, but
Pregnant. He's pregnant. I knew it. I'm so happy.
I'm not with anybody, okay? Before I came out here, right, I met somebody.
Is that why you're selling?
That's why
The hell? Vinny's kind of cheating on Paulie right now.
Please welcome the guys from the Jersey Shore, Mike, Ronnie, Vinny, and Paulie D. One observation right off the bat is you guys look as good leaving the show as you did coming in. So that's a good thing. Let's get started. They love you. What can we say? Let's get started. First of all, we'll start with Mike. Mike, congratulations on your sobriety.
Thank you.
Was it really tough filming and not drinking?
I mean, it was really tough all the way going up to it, you know, and me just getting to going to the show and seeing these fellas, you know, was definitely a challenge, but I knew once I got to them, it would be like old times, and if I had an issue, I figured, you know, they would help me out, and I was positive and, you know, hope for the best, so to speak, yeah.
So did you guys not party in front of him? You took your drinks, like, to the bathroom
They
or
were
something?
awesome. They were awesome. Yeah, they would do a shot, and they'd be like, hold on, Mike ain't got our water. I'd be like, all right.
Oh, that's nice.
They were cool, they were mad cool.
That's nice.
Every single one.
You know, according to the new, I know you've heard about this, Us Weekly magazine, you know I read all the magazines.
Yeah.
The setting was West Hollywood's London Hotel on September 26th. According to sources there, they said that they saw you downing so many cocktails you could barely stand, and that you're freaking out about what you're going to do after Jersey Shore ends.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's crazy. But I mean, when I got this gig, or actually dreamed of it, I knew that, you know, your life is under a microscope.
Yeah.
And especially since this particular situation had arise, and we all know what it was.
Situation of the situation.
Yeah, situation with the situation. And, you know, I manned up, you know, and I knew that once I got out, and even if I was good, I knew, you know, I'm still young. Every, you know, dinner table I'm going to be at, there could be a carafe of, you know,
sangria, which was there.
There was sangria.
Did you have any sangria?
No, I was just at the table, and I'm not going to remove myself from the table just because there's a picture there.
Drinking.
You know, and this wasn't the first time I was in front of alcohol. I did a whole season of Jersey Shore, no alcohol. And I just happened to be seeing an old friend from Dance with the Stars, Cowell.
Oh, yes.
He was there, and we were just, you know, chilling. chilling, kicking it, you know, reminiscing about some Dance with the Stars stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, there was just so many people around on the roof. You could tell they're all looking at you, staring and pointing
waiting
and
for
whatnot.
something to happen.
You know, I'm just giving them the piece now.
Well, I wish you well with your sobriety.
Thank you,
I know
thank
that's
you,
a tough thing. Now, Ronnie, Mike is sober, Snooki's pregnant, so some people would say, well, where's the drama gonna be?
Oh, me and Sam still give you some drama.
Yes.
I mean, you can always rely on me and Sam for that, but going into the house with Snooki pregnant and Mike sober, it's like everyone's like, you know, they had their beef in the past. Mike's always stirring the pot, Snooki's always wild and crazy, but I feel like this season we did the good for the fans.
You know, Sammy, the girls from Jersey Shore were here last week, and she was saying that at the end of the day, that you guys are living together and that life off of reality TV has really worked well for your relationship. Do you feel pressure to now give her the engagement ring?
Oh, because Jenny and
Yeah,
Roger.
yeah.
No, I feel like me and Sam took that next step. We moved in. We'll let Jenny and Snooki enjoy the marriage and the kids right now.
Yeah.
And me and Sam, you know, we're in a great place right now. We have a nice apartment. I love coming home to it.
Nice.
So we're just one day at a time.
Nice, nice. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Vinny, you survived the whole season without sex, according to what you declared. So how? Still lying.
Wendy, whenever I come here, we always talk about my penis somehow. And I'm tired of it. No, you know, you need everything in moderation, I think. And for the past, all those other seasons, Seaside, I had a lot of skeletons in the closet. And I'm maturing a little bit. I wanted to set a personal challenge to myself to see if I didn't let that one thing just rule my mind for the whole summer.
Did it work?
Oh, you have to wait and see.
Okay.
I end up straggling away from. I end up like straying away from the rules of celibacy. I flirt with the line a little bit.
He makes up his own rules of
Yes,
celibacy.
make up your own rules. And
that
by the
was
way,
pretty good.
congratulations on the purchase of your new house. I
thank
understand that you purchased a house, but you still live with your mother.
Yeah, well, you gotta take your mom out of the hood. You know what I mean? How to take care of her.
Okay.
But I can still get my laundry done.
And you live downstairs in the
In an apartment.
Okay.
I can still get my laundry done. I can still go upstairs to eat. And they go, oh, am I done? Am I done? And the girls can get breakfast in the morning.
Oh. And Paulie.
Yes.
I mean, everything is good for you. We were out in Vegas recently. We see Paulie D signs. DJ extraordinaire. Your hair is as thick as it was from when the show started. I mean, everything. You're just as cute as you want to be. Paulie, you know, toured with Britney Spears and Nicki Minaj last summer. How was that?
That was amazing. That was always been a dream of mine to tour with like a pop legend. It's just a tour with an artist.
Yeah.
But to tour with Britney and Nicki, that was amazing. And she gives me a lap dance. Like, who can say that?
We talked about that on Hot Topics. We have the picture to prove it. There it is. So, Paulie, your DJing will continue once Jersey Shore is over?
Yes, 100%.
Now, will you be DJing at Britney's wedding if she and Jason go through, because they're engaged now, but no word on when the date is?
I would love to. That would be cool.
It seems like you're in line for that. What are your thoughts on Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey?
Ooh, that was crazy to me. It was a shocker because Nicki's so cool, so down to earth. I never met Mariah, but Nicki's my girl, so I'm Team Nicki on this one.
Team Nicki. You guys keep it here. Since the guys are all graduating from the Jersey Shore, when we come back, I want to share with you my predictions for their futures. Don't go away. Hi, we're back, everybody. We got the guys from the Jersey Shore here, and this is their final season of the Jersey Shore on MTV, which means that you guys will be graduating. And so we've decided to give you each your senior superlatives. All right, Paulie D, Forbes has listed you as the 7th highest paid DJ last year. So, we know that somebody has to book you pretty far in advance, which is why you've been voted most likely to DJ Honey Boo Boo Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Vinny, you've smushed your way through half of New Jersey's population of women. There are even rumors at one point that Snooki's baby was your baby.
No.
Which is why, Vinny, you've been voted most likely to hear Maury Povich say, "You are the father."
That's wrong.
Ronnie, Ronnie, we followed you on and off, your on and off relationship with Sammy for the last 6 seasons, which is why you've been voted most likely to marry Sammy, then divorce Sammy, then marry Sammy again.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, right.
And Mike, at some point over the past 6 seasons, you've helped every one of these guys in the house pick up chicks at the club, which is why you were voted most likely to be Danny DeVito's wingman. And these are the guys from the Jersey Shore. We've had so much fun with you guys through the past many seasons. Good luck on everything. The season finale of the Jersey Shore is playing Thursday nights at 10 on MTV. Don't go away. We'll be right back. I had a blast today, and don't forget my after show. Go to wendyshow.com. I talk to you about stuff. I do it every single day. Today, I just want to thank Magic Johnson. You know, it was so nice talking with you about everything. The guys from the Jersey Shore, Mike, Vinny, Ronnie, Paulie D, will be watching and we'll miss you. Of course, my co-host, my studio audience. I couldn't do the show without them. Tomorrow, we've got another big show. 3 outspoken personalities and me get together for Hot Talk. Plus, from the Real Housewives of Miami, the beautiful Joanna Krupa joins us tomorrow. And then we also have the hottest shoe trends of the season, and that's tomorrow. Friday, another incredible show with 2 incredible women, Selma Hayek and Kylie Minogue. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.